Shalom, shalom, shalom. Of course, first and foremost, I want to say call on Yahweh, Ba'ashima Mashiach Yahushai. That's all praise to the Most High in the name of His only begotten Son, who the word innately calls Jesus Christ. As you see by the title, we going into Ezekiel 38. Yeah. Right, so if you haven't already, por favor, share the video, right? Get people in the live as well. Right? How y'all feeling today? Y'all feeling all right? Feeling blessed? Y'all feeling lovely? Is my mic on? Yeah. Shalom, it's Coach Strong. Shalom, yeah, what's your shabbat? Wahabathon. To the 12 tribes. Okay, then I'm trying to this thing. Who here knows, the breakdown of Ezekiel 38? Shalom, King. What's the word? What's the word? Bird is the word. Of course, like and share and subscribe, to SICARRI Phoenix, SICARRI Vegas. Like, share, subscribe Miami, SICARRI Miami, as well as a brother David. Right? Is it the Wad on his Instagram or just David? Because the brother had the Wad Yasha Allah, right? He gives all the updates on. I can pull it up on my damn laptop. I'm tripping. He gives all the updates on war, all the updates on, what's going on with the earth, concerning the dollar, concerning everything. Right? Let me do this. Present. Share screen. So that, right there, brother, right there, right? He give nothing but just, all of it's interesting. But he does all the hard work for us. That way we don't have to do it. Right? So we don't have to go around trying to search what's happening in the earth. He posted this morning, posted this right. And when he posted, let's see, 47 minutes ago. Right? So make sure that y'all go follow the brother, share his things, and stuff like that. Make sure that y'all do that. That brother on it. He's on it. Honestly on it. Now, I got money, highlighters, pens, memory card, coconut water, all types of stuff on my things. Get together. Mini notebooks. Yeah, man, who knows what Ezekiel 38 is speaking about? Nobody knows what Ezekiel 38 is talking about. I mean, I kind of gave you the answer in the picture behind me. I let you know what I was doing. Russia's getting pulled into war, whether they like it or not, along with Iran, Libya, and he on it. He's on it. Right? Powerful brother out here in Arizona with Cali origins. All right. Yes, sir. Of course, I got to promote what's going on Tuesday, right? The Dead Sea Scrolls presentation. And going into the Essenes if it's not, too much of a lengthy presentation. I just got to write a couple things down. But let's take a look. Lord Christ, I have center it is. 80 tabs. Just made it worse. Put it back. Still made it worse. It's all good. Let me share this really quick. Share my screen. Boom. Make sure y'all can see me. Okay. So Ezekiel 38, right? You see at the top it says prophecy of Gog and future invasion of Israel. Right. It kind of gives us an answer. The answer. It doesn't tell us who Gog is, but it gives us a pretty basic answer. So Ezekiel 38:1. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against them." Right. So, son of man, we got Ezekiel. Set your face against Gog and Magog, and prophesy against it, and prophesy against the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. Right. Why is he mentioning? Who knows why he's mentioning Japhetic people? Right. Meshech is a son of Japheth. Magog and Gog is dealing with Japhetic people. Who knows why it's mentioning this? Right? Why is it mentioning Japhetic people? Because a lot of times, people who do believe that Esau, or not Esau, but the white man is the Japhetic people, this is one of the places that they'll go. Because they'll say, this is Russia, right? But it's calling them Gog and Magog and the prince of Meshech. That's Japh. That's Japh. You say that's the white man, that this is Russia, but that's Japhetic people. Who knows why it's mentioning Japhetic thing? We are in class. We answer questions. The more comments y'all put, the more it pushes it in the algorithm. And it keeps me motivated. I don't like talking to myself. It used to be the land. Okay. Who else? Oh, I gotta send it to. I forgot to send it to my boy. She said he wanted to know it. But yeah, this is the place where the Japhetic people used to dwell at. Right? We're gonna get into that in a second. Let's get into words now. All right, so let's take a look at this. Right, the Strongs of Gog, right? Because that's what first appears. It just means mountain. Okay, mountain, right? That's what it means. It is Gog mountain. We're gonna get into why, in a second, how that correlates with this prophecy. Magog, of course, means the land of Gog, right? The land of Gog. Something. I want to take a look at this. Okay. Oh, my bad. It's Meshech. It says the chief prince of Meshech, right? So this is how to quickly just debunk that it's talking about the people. It's saying the land of Magog, right? The people who are residing in this land. That's what is going on. There's people that are in the land of Magog, because remember, I sound like Bazak right there. Deuteronomy 32. I think I broke my enter button. Why is it not? Right. In Deuteronomy 32, and this is what the Lord did, right? Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, and when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Now, of course, that's not supposed to be there, right? This is speaking about different nations getting their gods. You can read it. I believe the GNT says it. No, the NLT. Right? When the Most High assigned lands to the nations, we have these nations. After Genesis 11, the Tower of Babel, which is confusion, he confused everybody, meaning he gave them different languages and he gave them different lands. Y'all are not dwelling together with one language. Y'all are being separated. So it says, when the Most High assigned lands to the nations, that's what he did. This is where y'all live. Okay, y'all live here. Does that mean it's a sin when somebody travels and lives in somebody else's land? No, that's not what that's talking about. It's just them as a people, that's your land, right? You don't get to go get over here. That's your land. You stay over there. We also read that in one of the recent videos I did. I forgot what I titled it. But going into equality, slavery in the kingdom, right? Will there be peace, separation, so on and so forth? We read that Jeremiah 12, where in the end times, we see that the Most High, is going to be separating people and bringing them back to their own land. But it says, when the Most High assigned lands to the nations, when he divided up the human race, he established the boundaries of the prophet according to the number in his heavenly court. So going back to Ezekiel, these are people who are inhabiting the land that was given to Magog, right? These are Japhetic people who are supposed to be living here, but somebody else is living here, right? And somebody else is the chief prince of living here, right? Gog. So chief, of course, means the head, top, upper part, total, sum, height, right? So top dog. Prince means one lifted up, chief, prince, captain, leader, rising midst vapor, right? Governor, prince, ruler, right? So, or king, as we see here. Somebody is going to be the top man dwelling in the land of Magog, right? Now let's figure out where this is. Shalom, Shane. What's the word? Meshach. He calls him the chief prince of Meshach. Who knows what that's going into when it says the chief prince of Meshach? Of course, like and share the video. If you don't, you're a hater. Let me see. I get a lot of texts, my brother, from a lot of different brothers. My thing gets flooded. Let's see. Okay, boom. Yeah, I see it now. I'll respond to you after class. But yeah, I did get it. Moscow. Right. Yeah. Tuesday we're gonna be going into the Dead Sea Scrolls. You feel me? But I got you. I'll hit you back. Right. Moscow. Meshach is Moscow. How do we know? Well, a couple reasons. So I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do first. I'll do it this way. So watch this. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Misha. Which is whoa, this is interesting, right? So the world as known to the Hebrews, this is 1854 map, locates Meshech together with Gog and Magog roughly in the southern Caucasus, right? Around Georgia, Russia. So when we take a look, you have the Black Sea, of course. You have the Mediterranean Sea. This is that area, right? All of this area. This whole area is, we see Magog right here. That's the word Magog. We see Caucasus. This is the Caucasus Mountains where they came from. Meshech, Gog, Magog, right? This whole city, Tubal, is right here. Boom. This is Tubal, right? They all surround this area of the Black Sea, right? That's important. So when we take a look, right, let's see. There's a source, but it was in Russian. I can't read that. I didn't even want to try to translate it. The Shalom. Damn, everybody popped up. Shalom, Joshua, Shalom, Yoel. Heard a lot of blacks live in Russia post World War II. And they treated them good. Yeah, our people are everywhere. All right. So when we take a look, it says beginning from the 16th century, out the way, bro. Some European scholars proposed the idea of the Muscovites or Muscovites had stemmed from Meshech, right? Now, Muscovites are literally, look it up. Okay, that's a rock. Just put people. It says Russians who inhabit the Principality of Moscow. Oh, y'all can't see this part. Damn. Let me look it up. I'm gonna look it up, bring up the different tab so you can see it. All right. Muscovite. I think I'm sorry. Right. Honestly, a demonym for an inhabitant of the city of Moscow, an old foreign name for Russians who inhabit the Principality of Moscow or Tsardom of Russia, right? Wiktionary, Russian and beyond. I don't want to try to stay with .org, right? A Muscovite is a person of Moscow, right? So when we go back and we're reading about Meshech, it speaks about from the beginning of the 16th century, some European scholars proposed that the idea that the Muscovites, people who live in Moscow, had stemmed from Meshech. Now watch it. Sir Walter Riley, 1616, attributes this opinion to Philip Melik. Y'all see his name, right? You also have Benito, and it was followed by Jonathan Edwards, right? Three different people. Moreover, according to it, a legend first appearing in Kievan synopsis, right? And that's can't read that. Moscow or Moskva was founded by King Mosok, son of Japheth, i.e., Meshech. This is the people who used to live there. Because remember, this is the land where the Japhetic people were living before they were forced elsewhere. This is where Japhetic people resided. So they built and established cities and countries in this area. Now, when we look at the world map, let's just look up Black Sea. All right, I'm trying to find a great picture for y'all. This one works. Okay. So watch this. So we have this right here. Remember, we got the Black Sea up here. We got the Caspian Sea right here. Right now, we got the Mediterranean Sea. That's important because this is Japheth, right? And the Caucasus Mountains. And when we come here, we see the Black Sea, the Caspian Sea, and the place in where old Japheth used to live is where Russia lives. You feel me? Do you feel me? So when we go back, I want to take a look at some other things, right? Going back into the, the etymology, right? Of Meshech. Watch this. Watch this, right? Drawing out, right? And we're going to get into that in a second, right? Because again, Gog means mountain, right? Top nigga there, which would be today Putin, Lord willing, he remains that person. And he is that person. That way we can be up out of here. Or somebody takes his place and then just, gets it, popping. And then we can begin to be delivered. So it speaks about drawing out, which again, we're going to read 2 Esdras 13 in a second. Watch this, y'all. It says, proper name of a people, the Moski, right? The Moski, see below Assyrian Muski, Musku, and then Muski. Why is that important? So let's look at Moscow, because we already got what Meshech goes back to. Notice all of them are defunct. Oh, it should be all the defunct. We're calling the Russians different than Edomites. No, Russians are Edomites. Russians are Edomites for sure. Okay. You might have joined late, Shane. So when it says the land of Magog, it means that that's where they're dwelling at. That doesn't mean that they are Magog or Gog themselves. They are just dwelling in that land. So when it says the chief prince of Meshech, it's the chief prince, the top man that's living in that land. Doesn't mean that he's literally the chief prince of the descendant of Meshech. No, it's talking about the people who live there, which would be. So we see that this word Meshech constantly it speaks of Musku, Musku, Muski. There's another one somewhere. Oh no, I'm gonna look at that in a second. But when we look at Moscow and the etymology of this word, right? I'm gonna go down here. It says the origin of Old Russian form of the name is reconstructed as, y'all see that, Mosky. Okay. Then this one says Mosfi. Oh, whoa, what the hell? Mosfi, Moscow, right? Moscow, Moscow, Moscow. All of these look very much so similar to the Strong's definition, not the Strong's definition, the Brown Driver Briggs lexicon for Meshech, right? They all look the same, right? Because that's where they got the name from. So I want to look at something else, right? Again, we're still on this word Meshech. We ain't got past verse 2. Meshech, when we look at the Gesenius Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, it said, you see the Moski, right? I just got to keep going back. It's beautiful, right? It's the same thing. It's just spelled just a little bit different. And ironically, they're in the same location, right? And guess what? Meshech, it says the chief prince of Meshech, right? So when we look at Gog and Magog, something that comes up is Meshech. When we look at Russia, something that comes up is Moscow, right? The capitals. What was that? Oh, okay. So watch this, right? The Gesenius Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, it speaks of the Mosquian Mountains. Let's figure out what the Mosquian Mountains are. I don't need you no more. I need you. Okay. Maybe I deleted the tab. Mosquian Mountains map. All right, so when we bring up this map, why is it that the Caucasus Mountains appear? Right? And what's around the Caucasus Mountains? The Black Sea, Russia, the Caspian Sea, this whole area. Right? So this word Meshech goes back to the area in where Russia is residing. And where do white folks come from? The Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. Right? Everybody following along? Y'all paying attention? Am I going too fast? I ain't got nothing to drink. I mean, I got this, but I don't want that. You know if y'all following along. How do you spell Meshech? Meshech. Meshech. I'll pull it up for you. Right here. Meshech. Right? Or Meshech. But it's, Meshech. So we're seeing the correlation, right? We already can identify that this is not actually Japhetic people because it says the land of Magog, right? The land in which Magog will have or not have, but the land in which Magog is given, which would be this area, that's where these people will be. So it says, verse 3, right? Moving forward. Well, let's look at Tubal. Tubal is pretty interesting because it speaks about, it's similar to the drawn out. It speaks about thou shalt be brought, right? All of this is important when we continue to read, right? So just follow along with your boy, right? Verse 3, it says, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against you, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. So O Gog is the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. So the main man that is ruling this area is the chief prince of Meshech, right? My bad, Joe. I didn't mean to do that. I do need to delete some tabs. Got too many tabs, right? Let's bring it back up. Verse 4, it says, I will turn you back and put hooks into your jaws, and I will bring you forth in all your army. And all your army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Who knows what it means when it speaks about I will turn you back and put hooks in your jaw, and I will bring you forth? Who knows what that's speaking about? Who knows what it's talking about? Mama used to say, take your time. Mama used to say, don't you rush, get over. Mama used to say, don't you. You'll make them slaves or control them. It's a good guess. That's a good guess. It's talking about, I'm not going to give you an answer. I might. Well, I am, because I teach it. But it speaks about bringing them back. But it's talking about putting a hook in their mouth, right? So people who are familiar with fishing, not I, but I understand the concept. When if you have a fish going one way and then you put a hook in its mouth and you bring it back, meaning you're bringing it back to somewhere that it was. It's just an analogy. Okay, pulling them into war by force, World War III. Okay, that's beautiful, but it's speaking about something specific, right? And Putin is doing it. He's doing it. He's very much so doing it. I'm going to show you. It's speaking about them going back into their old ways, right? Them going back into that state of mind. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. Putin gangster. Putin a gangster. He just look like you look weird, but he just looked like a Russian gangster, right? Oh Lord. So we're gonna scroll down right when we see this big old flag, because this is the part that we want. He is a nationalist, federal, not ethnic Russian. Sense of the word. Okay. Really disagrees. No. I think now, mind you, he did something very important, or interesting, I should say. Putin restored some of the Soviet symbols, such as the five-pointed star. He's restoring Soviet symbols that once was there, then was taken away, and now it's brought back, right? Japhetic people will be islanders today, right? Tongans. No, Japhetic people are not white people. Esau. Well, okay. Caucasians. Okay. Because you can have people who are white, but they're not literally Edomite, right? It just depends on their ethnicity. Where is that? So I think he has taken a series of decisions quite rationally from his narrow personal point of view, that this kind of autocratic regime gives him the most personal power and personal wealth, she says. There was one thing missing to make the world of his childhood complete: in ideology. Putin restored some Soviet symbols. He brought back the Soviet national anthem and Soviet emblems. He praised the Soviet triumph in World War II. But he embraced pre-Soviet themes too. He befriended the Russian Orthodox Church. He name-checked anti-Soviet philosophers like Ivan Ilin, whose remains he had repatriated. This trend, right? Russia is not between Europe and Asia. That's hilarious. If Russia is not between Europe and Asia, Europe and Asia are to the left and to the right of Russia. We are not a bridge between them, but a separate civilizational space where Russia unites the civilizational communities of East and West. Yakunin said in a recent interview with Itartas. So we see that Putin is demonstrating that he's restoring the Soviet ways, right? He's restoring Russia back to its old ways, which goes well with, I will turn you back and put hooks in your jaws, and I will bring thee forth. Him restoring them Soviet ways ultimately leads into this World War III. But where'd it go? Oh, that's what that's speaking about. Because again, right after that, all the armies, the horses, the horsemen, all of them clothed in sorts of armor, a great company, bucklers, shields, and sword, all of them are girding up for war. Now, verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, right? Persia being Iran and India. All of them with them, shield and helmet, right? They trotting along. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with you. So this whole area, right, that's near Israel, they're all girding up for war, right? They're getting ready. Who knows what war this is speaking about? There is a war that is being spoken about in Ezekiel 28 or 38, 4 through 6. Who knows what war that is? Damn, I should have got something to drink before I did this. It's all good. Who knows of this war? Oh, brother, fuzzy. Okay. Oh. Another attention to like. I gotta take my hair out. Nobody knows. The Battle of Jehoshaphat, right? This is that war. This is that battle. It wouldn't necessarily be World War III because World War III would be um, with America, right? With wars that's happening on Earth with other nations of people. This is getting into this war that's happening with us as a people. You feel me? When we keep reading, right? Like Libya has some deal with the Russians. I believe it. I wouldn't put it past me. What was I thinking of? I can't read it. Oh, excuse me. Be thou prepared and prepare for yourself, you and all your company that are assembled unto you, and be thou a guard unto them. This is interesting because now we got to get into Second Ezra 13. Verse 8. After many days you will be visited. Okay. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, that is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely of them. Let's read this portion. In the NLT. It says, get ready, be prepared, keep all the armies around you mobilized, and take command of them. A long time from now, you will be called into action. Okay. In the distant future, you will swoop down on the land of Israel, which will be enjoying peace after recovering from war, and after its people have returned from many lands to the mountains of Israel. You and your allies, a vast and awesome army, will roll down on them like a storm and cover the land like a cloud. Who knows what that's talking about? It's speaking about, of course, these lands, Russia, Iran, everybody are going to be going against the land of Israel, but it keeps mentioning you and your allies, a vast and awesome army will roll down on them like a storm and cover the land like a cloud. Who knows what that's speaking about? Also, get ready, be prepared to keep all the armies around you mobilized and take command of them. Who knows what this is speaking about? I don't know if Kwanayan in the class. Russia and China plus North Korea. I mean, it involves them, but like what specifically? Let's talk about 1 second, y'all. It's talking about something very specific. We have to get the understanding. Let me pull the up. I don't need this tab. I got like 10 tabs just for with Bibles. Boom. Second address. Where you at? Boom. 13. Boom. Boom. Service tabs. Okay. We are not reading this whole chapter. Let's start at damn, maybe we have to start at start verse 4. And whensoever the verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. So there's a man that is waxing strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, yeah, right there. All the things trembled that were seen under him. Who is this talking about? Who knows what this is talking about? And America gonna duke it out with Russia over Israel. Then Russia gonna send the say. No. America is gonna be destroyed. Already. And America and Russia will never be fighting over Israel after a nuke is dropped. Once the nukes get to dropping, oh, it's all right. And I don't know what you mean by sensei. Who knows? What man is this talking about? The second is 13 and 3. I'll just read it. Christ. Right, verse 4. And whensoever the voice came out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth falleth when it filleth the fire. Right. This is the word. This is the word of the Lord. You know, I don't want to spoil it. I'm just gonna keep reading. Verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. There is a great people that are coming against this man. They're trying to subdue him. Sounds like in Ezekiel 38, where all of these nations are getting ready to go back to this land of Israel to make war with it, because it says they're enjoying peace over there. After recovering from many wars, they're enjoying peace. But these people are going to rally up against this land. And who's king of this land? What's the same? Well, I mean, if it doesn't matter. Where's my tab at? Oh, it's lucky, yo. That's what's going on, right? This is the timeline. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. Chariot. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Because mind you, if you see a man who went to Basra himself, pursuant to Numbers 24. Numbers 24? Yeah, Numbers 24. And did all of that by himself, and you gonna gather together to fight up against him, listen, my boy, I'll be scared. I'm not gonna say that. I'll definitely be scared. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it were in a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. This is that commandment, right? But we see that there's a multitude being gathered against the people of Israel, right? They're seeing like, listen, there's this man over here dwelling in this area of Israel, and we gotta go do something, right? So when we Shalom King, so when we go back to Ezekiel 38, watch this, verse 10. It says, "Thus saith the Lord God, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into your mind, and thou shalt." I'm gonna keep reading a second. Yeah, he is. So, not like a literal horse. A horse is just like an instrument for transportation, like quick transportation, right? He's not going to be literally riding on a horse like a Pegasus or something. But I mean, he could. It's not impossible. But when he comes back, there's going to be a war, right? We'll just keep reading. It'll make sense when we keep reading. Because these people are gonna know. They're gonna know about Yahweh Shai. What? Why is it not? I think I broke my enter button. There's a problem. They're going to know that this is the Messiah. Yeah, he's wrong. Watch this. I'll show you why. The vision of Obadiah 1 and 3. It says, "The pride of your heart has deceived you, you that dwell in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring you down." Right? So it's speaking about the pride of these people. Listen, you need some pride for people. So they're going to believe that they can fight against the Heavenly Father. But him coming back in the clouds, that's his, when he just comes back, of course. But after that, there will be another war. That's called the Battle of Jehoshaphat, or Yahweh Shaphat. Oh, come on. What did I do to my computer? Right, but that word, that flame, that blast of fire, is going into this. Right, Micah 5 and 8. It says, "And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off." Does that mean that they're all going to die and there's not going to be no more heathens? No. It's just speaking about their armies, right? Their governments, their ideology, all of it's going down, right? But this is that them just, listen, it's the last battle, right? The valley of judgment, which is Jehoshaphat. So we go back to Ezekiel 38. And it reads, "Thus saith the Lord God, and it shall come to pass that at that time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought." There's an evil thought that's going to go into these people's minds. Who knows what this evil thought is? There's a wicked evil thought, that is going into the minds of the people that are warring against the people of the land. And mind you, Russia has allies that's next to the land of Israel, right? Russia has allies that's in that area. So it's not like they can just completely nuke the hell out of the area. No, because they got allies. They don't want to force their allies to now have to relocate because of the intense radiation that's coming from their nukes. No, America is different though. Russia going to nuke the hell out of America or everybody, God willing. Pretty soon. Okay, the evil thought is the next verse. The trick question. And thou shalt say, I will go to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, having neither bars nor gates. There's a people that are going to be dwelling safely with no type of, fortification, no giant kingdom. That is the same place that's spoken about in verse 8. Right? Because again, it says, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have always been at waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they, the people of Israel, shall dwell safely, all of them, right? So this place of unwalled villages is the land of Israel. The evil thought that Gog and Magog and the rest of their companions, Gog and Magog, that Gog is going to have with all of his companions is against the land. These people are dwelling here. No, right? Because again, it's a thing to walk around with the chosen people of God as a possession. That's like, listen, we're top dogs. That's why everybody thought America was top dogs, because they have the chosen people in their possession. We top dogs, right? When Egypt had the chosen people in their possession, it was a thriving empire, right? Greece, same thing. Rome, same thing. The height of Rome was when we were in subjugation under them. It's a repetitive thing. The height of the kingdom of Babylon and the Persians and the Medes, we were in subjugation unto them. Were there other people in subjugation? Yes, but they had us in subjugation, right? So that's what, it's like a trophy. Like, boom, I conquered this. I conquered these people, I should say. Right? So he's gonna say towards this land, towards the people of this land, to take a spoil and to take a prey. He's going to try to plot against the people of Israel to take them as a prey and as a spoil. It says, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited. Because again, Israel has always been waste, right? And it was a place that was brought back from the sword. And it says, like, listen, to the desolate places that are now inhabited. Why? There was a prophecy that happened where that took place, right? Which was Numbers 24 and 17. It says, I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not now. Oh, wait, no. It is Isaiah 63. I'm sure. Yeah, Isaiah 63, my bad. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This is that glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. So listen, his garments are dyed. I'm just gonna keep reading. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in your apparel? Why is what you got on your clothes, bro? Why are you all red? And thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. I have trodden the winepress alone. I did this dolo, right? Ain't nobody helped me with this. I did this by myself. And all of the people, there were none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of the redeemed is come. Yahushua done wrecked and just caused havoc in the land, right? He doing all that by himself, right? He gets that facts. Let's go. He gets that, right? That's the thing in which he gets to do. Right? He gets to trot in the wine press alone. He don't need nobody to help. Right? He gonna do it by himself. So that place, that was desolate. It was desolate for multiple reasons. One, the wars that happened before Christ came around, and then after Christ did something to it. So they're gonna take a spoil, take a prey, and turn back, or to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, that dwell in the midst of the land. The children of Israel are living peaceably. They ain't bugging nobody. We back in our land. We got where we supposed to be at, we got what we were supposed to get. We're at where we're supposed to be at. We smart. We feeling it. But these people are like, listen, though, we gonna go over there and we gonna try to get them, right? We need to conquer these people. It says Sheba and Dedan and the merchants of Tarshish, right? Dedan being Saudi Arabia. Is Dedan Saudi Arabia? Yeah, Dedan Saudi Arabia. Sheba is Yemen. Tarshish is who's Tarshish? It's not Libya. Is it Libya? Damn, doors unlocked. Not Libya. Starts with an L. Lebanon. Boom. Spain. What you talking about, my boy? I don't know no Spain. So this is what's going on, right? It says, with all the young lions thereof, shall they say unto you, are you come to take a spoil? Have you gathered thy company to take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and good, to take away a great spoil? What you want to do with us, right? What, you want to smoke? What do you mean by Spain, though? What you talking about? What you talking about? Why did it? That's why. What do you mean by Spain? What's Spain got to do with this? Shalom. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra 13. All right, 2nd Ezra 13. Let's start at verse 30. All right, and one shall undertake to fight against another. This is that war. This is the World War III, right? This is the wars that's happening before the Battle of Jehoshaphat, right? Yehoshaphat. This is what's going on, right? And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the sign shall happen which I showed you before. Man, my bad, y'all. Now y'all can see my chat. Which I showed you before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. Listen, it's like this is gonna be a terrible example. But if you duke it out with your brother or your sibling, and then somebody else try to butt in there, and then y'all both just jump him, That's kind of what's going on, what they're trying to do, right? Boom, they duking it out with each other. They turn and like, who is this nigga? Oh, who is this man? Listen, hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all. We can't even fight over any land unless we deal with this man over here, right? So we got to deal with him, and then we gonna finish our business. But we gonna put this to the side, and we gonna deal with this Messiah that's over there wreaking havoc. Um, so it says, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as thou saw them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. They're plotting to go against the king of Israel. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as you saw the hill graven without hands. If you try to imagine the Lord's army and Christ standing in the midst of the army, or he above the army, and you got this big old multitude, listen, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. It'll be a time to see. It'll be a time to see. That's why it's important for us to fear God, keep the commandments, do the work, love your brothers, love your neighbor as thyself. It's important for us to do this and constantly grow and right your wrongs, fix your fuck ups, continue to put yourself out there to try to figure out what you're doing wrong, so that way you can do it better the next time, right? Don't hide your sins, confess your sins. All right, not on the lot though. You can do that another time, if you want to. But so that we can be a part and witness this, right? We got to continue to pray, to fast, to endure, to work, to labor, all the above, in order to receive this reward, to even see it. Like you just there. Like, listen, I'm not even a part of the army, but y'all motherfuckers look bad as hell, boy. That's the time in which we want to live in. But this is what it's talking about, right? So it says, and this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts and their torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, which he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto me. So their evil thought, them plotting against the land of Israel, them plotting against the people, that's what's going to get it messed up. Them girding themselves up to go to war against us, that's what's going to get it messed up. Right? Y'all thought y'all can come up against us? Yeah. But not just Russia though. Everybody. They all gonna try to do it. I have a new follower request on TikTok. I don't even be on TikTok. You know why I have it down. And where is our sauce again? Okay. So let's go back to Ezekiel. Where did I leave off? Okay, boom. Verse 14. Therefore, son of man, prophesy and say unto Gog, thus saith the Lord God, in that day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shall you not know it? You not gonna know that these are the children of Yasharala? You not gonna know it? Okay. And you shall come from thy place out of the north parts, thou and many people with you. Right? That kind of answers your question, brother. If it's just Russia. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I'll be right back. Don't need to lie. I don't like that. My front door is unlocked. I don't like that. So it speaks about God and the people that are coming with them, right? So it says again, and thou shalt come from your place out of the north parts. That's interesting, right? You and many people with you, all of them riding upon horses, a a great company and a mighty army, right? So again, it's speaking about them coming up against the children of Israel, right? Verse 16. Let me scroll down. Verse 16. Where's it? And thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land. And it shall be in the latter days. Oh, my bad. I'm reading the wrong verse. I was wondering. I was like, read that already. No, I didn't. I'm tripping. And it shall be in the latter days, and I will bring you against my land. Mind you, remember how we read in 2nd Ezra 13? We're sore afraid. It says, and after this I beheld they which are gathered together to subdue him, to subdue the Messiah. They were afraid, but they still fought. In Ezekiel 38 and 16, it says, I will bring you against my land. I'm doing it. I know you don't want to do it, so I'm going to make you do it, right? Again, these are just correlations showing that the war that's happening in 2nd Ezra 13 is the same war that's happening in Ezekiel 38. It's the same thing, right? That the heathen, mind you, why did he raise up Pharaoh? Well, for this. Go to Psalms 9. And 15. The heathen are sunk down into a pit, or in the pit that they made, right? So it's like your own devices done fell upon your own head. So them plotting against the land of Israel, against the Messiah, it's gonna fall on their own head. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken. The net, the trap, the the instrument you use to spoil something, because that's what they wanted to do. That's the evil thought that they had, right? To take a spoil and to take a prey. How do you take a prey? You trap it, right? That's how men do it, right? Animals are different. They just, they just do it that way. But to take it, oh my bad. Ezekiel 38 and 12, right? Them taking a spoil and a prey, right? Same thing that's happening in Psalms 9. Does that mean that this is specifically talking about this? No, but we see the correlation. It says, the Lord, Yahweh, is known by the judgment which he executed. He makes his name known by the judgment. When we look at this word known, look what it means. To know, learn to know, to be acquainted, to be made known, right? Instruction for king, right? Designation, punishment, causatively instruction, observation. What is this word? Euphemistically, by means of mild or indirect word, expression of one considered too harsh euphemistically. Huh. That's dope. Shalom, y'all. Is it the UK in the building? Is it the UK? Shalom, King Gatira. Is that who that is? Is that who that is? Powerful brothers in UK? Yeah, if you want to plug, brother, if you want to plug your information, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Chat is yours. You know what? Hold on, y'all. I need Let me see if I can do something really quick. Ah, there go the Taziak. There you go. What's happening, my boy? 1 second, Joe. I'm trying to see if I can give people wrenches. I just don't know how to do it. Oh, okay, boom. I got you. 1 sec. I need a mod. Let me go to Las Vegas. No, I recognize you, but yeah, I recognize you. Tazayor. That's Zaire or there in the Bible. I remember because this Bantu dude said that the country or the city Zaire in Africa is from that word. But then I looked at it and it's Tazayor. So yeah, no, I remember your name, but you are good. Okay. The rest is gonna have to come out later. So again, we see the same thing, right? His name is known by his judgments. Therefore, um, when we go back to Ezekiel 38, it says in 18. Where is that? And, okay, boom. I will bring you against my land, that the heathen may know me when I shall be sanctified in you, O Gog, before their eyes. Watch this. I shall be sanctified, right? To consecrate, sanctify, prepare, dedicate, to be set apart, be consecrated, be hallowed, sacred, majestic, to be honored, be treated as sacred, to be set apart as sacred, right? So his judgment that he's going to execute on Gog is going to let these other nations know, do not play with me. I'm the real God of the earth, right? Um, I'm I'm the God that you gotta talk to, right? I'm the God that you're going to serve from here on out. I'm the God that you're gonna deal with. I'm the God that's me, right? Oh, Slocky, man. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Now it's getting too bright again. I got all the damn blinds. But that's what we're seeing, right? We're seeing a continual thing of uh the same wordage dealing with judgment, how he's going to treat God, him being sanctified in the name, and this war that's happening in 2nd Esdras 13, right? Um, facts. Don't be a buster. Don't be a buster. Uh, let me do that for you, brother. I need to go here, boom, because I'm live on Vegas and Phoenix. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Vegas got more people in here. Share, copy link. Oh, and if you want your name like in the Paleo Hebrew, y'all gotta hit me up. I know how to do it. Figure it out a way. You can hit me up on SICARRI Phoenix YouTube, not YouTube, Instagram, or my personal Instagram, Taza Rock. If you don't have my number, or Messenger, Taza Rock, you'll see. But let me give out. Oh, bro, I don't want to watch that. Let me give out wrenches. Okay, so wait, I think I did something. Oh my God, okay. That is a lot of who else? Marcus, I almost removed you. My bad. I meant to put you as a moderator. My bad. But I did almost remove you. Now I need to do it. So is this so so far is the breakdown making sense? Is it, are y'all understanding the breakdown? Or y'all comprehending what's going on? Right? I hope that y'all is. Um who here might be a little bit confused about the breakdown, right? Maybe we want me to go over something that I didn't go over. All praise. So we see so far, just to go back over it, Gog and Magog, right? Gog is the chief prince of Meshech, which would today be Putin, unless he gets, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Replaced. There's a word that starts with an S. But unless somebody takes his spot, right? So far he's the prince of Meshech and Tubal. That would be Putin. The land of Magog, which is around the Russia area, the Caucasus Mountains, Moscow, so on and so forth. We went how Meshach goes back to Moscow. Putting the hooks into their jaws and turning them back is them going back into that Soviet position, right? Can you rerun Malachi? I don't think I brought up Malachi. You mean Micah? Is that what you're talking about? Let me know what you're talking about. I'll keep going. Right. So we show that how Putin is restoring the 5-star symbol on the flag, how he's restoring the Soviet, emblems. He's bringing that Soviet spirit back. Persian, Ethiopia, and Libya, everybody gearing up for war around this area. We see that now we're getting into this fight against Yahushua and the elect, right? That's what this is getting into. We went over that. The evil thought, right? The evil thought is them conspiring that plan to overcome and enslave the children of Israel, right? That's what they plotting to do. Then we went down here, right? Again, it's just further going into their plan. Now it's like, listen, y'all niggas don't know that hey, we them boys, y'all don't understand, so it's going into that, and then all the way up to where we at now. So and I shall come against the people. Yes, thus saith the Lord. That spoken no time. Boom. Thus saith the Lord God. He said, what? Thus saith the Lord God. Art thou he of whom I have spoken in old time by my servants the prophets of Israel, which were prophesied in those days many years that I would bring you against them? Are you him? No, you ain't. You the man I've been talking about. And it shall come to pass at that same time when Gog shall come up against the land of Israel, saith the Lord God, that my fury shall come up in my face. As soon as this man comes around, okay, then let's get active then. You want to get in? We're going to get in. Right? On hood. Like my brother Amari be saying. On hood. I ain't okay. Yeah. It's just 5:30. What time is it? 5:30. Damn sure don't. It's smooth. I should be smooth. For in my jealousy and in my fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all the creepy things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake at my presence. And the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall. Every wall shall fall to the ground. And I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith the Lord God. Every man's sword shall be against his brother. And I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon many people that are with him, an overflowing rain, a great hailstorm, fire and brimstone. Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself, and I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. These people are going to know when this war happens, this battle of Jehoshaphat. This battle, hold on. I'm getting a Wi-Fi signal or a Wi-Fi icon saying that my Wi-Fi dead. Am I breaking up? If it be the Most High's will, I go live Sundays, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Tuesdays, 3 p.m. Pacific time, and Fridays, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Right. Fridays, I usually release a video or I have a debate. But it's around 3 p.m. the same time, Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. Right. Tuesday, we're going into the Dead Sea Scrolls. Right. The manuscripts, different type of information, the important shit. I might involve, what's not supposed to, like the mistranslation, all that. If it be the Most High's will, Lord willing. So it's gonna be a fun for sure. So let's go back to second Esdras, and we're just gonna, jump around a little bit. There's just so many verses. I don't want to read all of them, but it's beautiful. The chapter is such a beautiful chapter. Let's start. Let me pull this up in the GNT. I don't know if y'all know, but the GNT is beautiful for the Apocrypha. Second Esdras 13 GNT. Let's go to verse. Oh, yeah, I can't zoom in. Okay. Second Esdras 13:21 in the GNT. I will explain to you the meaning of the vision and answer the questions you have asked. You have raised questions about those who will survive unto the end. The answer is that the one who brings the danger in those days will also protect from danger the people who have stored up good works and faithfulness with God the Almighty. The same man who is destroying a lot of what's going on in the world in the end times, you know, in this timeline, in this prophecy, geez, 1 a.m. is in your time is crazy. That is crazy work. I completely forgot you was in the UK. But nah. Oh damn, so it's like 2 a.m. right now. Oh, you a soldier. This is second edge of 13, and I started at 21 in the GNT. Yeah, you a soldier for real. It's 2 a.m. Lord, brother. Ahabazah. But yeah, make sure that you plug in your information. That way, when if you start going live and y'all start releasing videos, I believe you got 2 soldiers out there. Unless one is an officer. You know, I definitely, you know, promote those. So we see the same man, the same God, that God, 8-hour difference is crazy. The same God that is causing all of this war, all this pestilence, all this blood, everything, is the same one that's capable of keeping you away from the same danger. So even let's talk about the, you know, the people that are going to be here in America suffering the plagues. I'm so fearful of them plagues, boy. I don't want to do nothing from that. I tell people the one plague about the sun scorch. Listen, it's already hot in Arizona. You feel me? I can't imagine it being hot to that. Especially in Vegas. Vegas be getting hot too. But he's capable of keeping you away from all that, right? So we have to make sure that we're staying 10 toes down and we're doing the utmost, because those people who have stored up good works and faithfulness will be prevented, or will have to, not have to, but will be kept away from those things, right? Psalms 91. Some Gadite, every time he walks by, he always says Psalms 91, right? I abide in the shadow of my love. Right, Psalms 91, in 1, well, speaks about it down here too. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Right, I will say to you, how He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him will I trust. So, I ain't ate nothing all day. Better than Florida. No, you're capping. Listen, brother, I've never seen you before. Yeah, let's not get up here doing it. Arizona gets 115. Listen, Vegas gets to 124 some days. I ain't gonna hold you. 124 sounds a little unreasonable. 124. That's hot as hell. You know, Arizona, you know, we suffering the plague already. Are you by Mesa? 20 minutes from Mesa. I live in Phoenix. But I grew up in Mesa, West Mesa. 8th Ave, baby. 8th Ave. I'm from Florida and I've been. You're not gonna convince me. I'm sorry. It do be getting hot in Florida. It's a different type of heat. I ain't gonna hold you. We gonna have to, you know, we gonna have to reason, my brother, because it's a different type of heat for sure. But back to second of 13. Um, why does this? Oh, this is another JT. Right. This is the meaning of the vision. The man you saw coming out of the sea represents the one whom God Most High has kept ready for many ages. He will free the world he created and establish the new order for those who survive. He's going to destroy all this what's going on, and he's going to establish a new order. for everybody who survived that war. That's why when we read in Revelation 22 or 21 and 24, it says, and the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor unto it. This is speaking about, Hassan did a beautiful video. I believe it's titled "The One Verse That All Hebrew Israelites Hate or are Afraid of," or something like that. This word goes into sozo, which just means to preserve, right? Sometimes it could mean to save, because technically they're not receiving salvation. Okay, the salvation that's promised to Israel is the salvation of Israel, right? It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But when we're talking about saved from like actual death, yeah, I mean, they were saved from the death itself because they're still alive, right? Anthony, are you in Vegas? I know you said you've been to Vegas. Shalom from Texas. I've been to Phoenix a few years ago. Going up there. Yeah, listen, it'd be 100 degrees at 2 a.m. Right? All praises though. I went to New York a couple years ago. I loved it, but when we held camp in that subway, Yashamai will tell you. Who else was there? Saeed will tell you. I forget the brother's name. There's a couple other New York brothers. Some of them, I think they started their own camp. But I was freezing my ass off. I never want to go back to New York in the winter. I hate New York in the winter. Because I came from out here, it was like 80 degrees or something like that. I went over there, it was 20, it was snowing out there, bro. I was not prepared for that. I literally told them, bro, I can't hold this mic. My hands got to go in my pockets. I believe I took brother's gloves. I think I had hand warmers. I was still cold, bro. I was cold. I couldn't use the mic, bro. My hands had to be in my pockets. I was that cold. But yeah, let's go back to this. I have so many tags. This is also mentioned in Zechariah 14 and 16, right? Because again, when we go back, it speaks about he will establish a new order for those who survive. What the hell? And when we go to Zechariah 14, this is speaking about end time, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left, that word left means to be left over, remain, to save over, preserve alive, right? So everybody who is left, they have to come to worship at, Jerusalem for Feast of Tabernacles, right? But it's the same thing. There are people there's a lot of people that's going to be dead, but a lot of people are going to be left, because who else is going to build our kingdom, right? So back to 2 Corinthians 13 in the GNT. It says, you saw the wind, fire, and storm going out of the man's mouth, and you saw that without the use of a spear or any weapon, he destroyed the great crowd that was advancing to attack him. This means that the time is near when God Most High will begin to free the people on earth. I mean, free the people on earth. At that time, everyone will be closed to panic. They'll begin to make war against one another, city against city, remember against realm, so on and so forth. When they hear the voice of all nations, will leave their own territory, forget the wars one another. Coming together. What the hell? Why does he keep doing that? Mess me up. When they hear his voice, all the nations will come and come together in a crowd as you saw in a dream. The nation unites a single purpose. Boom. It says, and come together in one great crowd, too large to count, as you saw in your dream. The nation will unite. The nations, rather, will unite with the single purpose of making war on my son. He will stand. He will take his stand on the top of Mount Zion, and the new Jerusalem will be seen by everyone. It will be completed, fully built, just as in your dream you saw the mountain carved out, but now not by human hands. This, my son, again, this is speaking about the people. The people. Because again, in Revelation 21, that's not talking about a new Jerusalem coming down and it's established on earth. No, it's talking about the rulership. The elect are going to have the incorruptible bodies, right? They're going to be is transfigurated the word? I guess we could use that. That's the new Jerusalem that they're seeing. Then my son will condemn the assembled nations for their godlessness. That is what the storm meant. He will confront them with the wicked plans they have made and also with the torments they must endure. This is what the flames meant. Then he will easily destroy them by means of the law. That is what the fire meant. The fire that came out of his mouth, the flames, all of that deals with the judgment according to the law. Y'all coming up against us. You do realize that whoever touched him or them touched the apple of his eye. How much more so me? I am their king, right? I am their intercessor between God and them. You gonna go take them as captives, and then you're gonna take me as a captive too. So let bring out this law, boy. I wonder if we're gonna be calling it Leviticus. That's dope. I wonder in the kingdom if we're gonna be like Leviticus 19. I wonder if it's gonna have a title, like a book. That's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much the breakdown. I know I got frizzy hair. I gotta take my hair out. Okay. Any questions? Any comments? Anything? Let me see what kind of talking in the chat. I live 2.5 hours from New York. You are right. Yes. I don't know why you love Phoenix. Now you're holding Phoenix is smooth. I love Phoenix. I'll be lying to myself. The chapter that I just read was still 2 Esdras 13. That word that meant saved. What was that, Babusha? Sozo. Let me see if I still got it up. Yeah. Let me pull it up for you real quick, brother. Share screen. Boom. This is the word. Strong's G4982. Sozo. Right. It's mentioned in Revelation 21 and 24. Right. Oh yeah, my bad, bro. You wanted Micah 5 and 8. My fault. Micah 5 and 8. It says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many peoples, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep. Right. So how is a lion amongst the beasts of the forest? Where he's their ruler, right? The king of the jungle, right? He's the top dog, top cat. But it also references us as a young lion amongst the flocks of sheep. When you take a young lion, right, he's not fully grown, but he's not a baby, right? But he got that fire, right? It's like brothers who are in their 20s to 30s, right? I even go back to say 16s, right? They have a different type of fire, like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, right? They with it. You feel me? They're energetic, they're strong, they got young strength, they're quick, they're fast. it's like a young lion in the midst of sheep. He finna be tearing shit up, right? And a more mature lion, listen, I'm finna just get this one smooth. But a young lion, he's like, I want all of them. I'm gonna kill all of them. That way I can have food forever. No, because if you kill all of them, some of it's gonna rot, right? But if you take one, boom, and then you just follow them, you're always gonna have a source of food because they're always gonna reproduce. But it's speaking about us being a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he goes through, he trotteth it down and tears it to pieces, and none can deliver, meaning nobody's gonna save what we finna do to y'all, right? The children of Israel are going to fulfill. Listen, my enter button would work, but then it would not work. We're going to fulfill Obadiah, of course, 18. 15. Boom. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto you. Thy reward shall return upon thy head. For you have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Meaning, completely destroyed. That's their judgment. The full measure of punishment, and become as though they had never existed. Does that mean that we're going to destroy them all and they're never going to exist? No. But they're static. You know, they're past kingdoms. It's going to be like, bro, y'all never existed. That's how bad y'all can be. Like, y'all just never existed. And it's similar to what's going on. I'll use the Hispanics, where you have the Mayan Empire, the Aztec Empire, Toltec Empire, the Inca Empire. They don't really be paying attention to that. It's like they never existed, right? It's going to be like that, right? They're just so destroyed, and there's such, you know, they're too much in servitude that it's like, yeah, we don't even remember when y'all was them guys. Can that be synonymous with Judah also? What, Michael Potter? Okay, my bad. Oh, you talking about the lion part? I wouldn't say it's, you know, just Judah, because it's all of us, right? The elect from all tribes. But it does go hand in hand where Judah is a couching lion, or couching lion. Judah is a what is the word? Judah is a lion's whelp. Yeah, for sport. Does that give you your answer? Right, you can read the next verse. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. It's speaking about us executing the judgment. There's a difference between saying the judgment. You know, we say the judgment today all the time, but there's, you know, another thing to actually execute the judgment. All praise. No, if I'm not mistaken, there's another question. Was that like what Rahab received? What was your question, Sozo? Yeah, exactly like that. Because we went to war with Jericho. We killed Jericho. We destroyed Jericho. She was saved from that death penalty, but she was still lesser than us, right? I gotta start using my mic again. It's literally right there. Why don't I use it? Oh, because in debates I can't hear. For whatever reason, it connects the audio to that. That's why I stopped using it, because I debate more. Why don't you come visit me? What way upstate? Ooh, he's talking about me? Upstate New York. Oh, you know, I think you're talking about something. Is you talking about me? Listen, I don't even hold you. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Sounds dope though. Con that goes into the ghost dance prophecy. That means, yeah, facts. This is facts. I was what tribe was it? It starts with an L. Lakota. That's what it is. The Lakota. I was researching about the massacre that they had near that river where they killed um uh, a bunch of our Native American brothers. But it's speaking about the ghost dance and how that was forbidden, or not forbidden, but made illegal, through the colonizers because they took it as a threat, like they should kill us. So that's when they begin to, wreak havoc. I'm gonna tap in on Tuesday. I'm gonna touch class right now. Come on, Shalom, King. All praise to the Most High, man. How about that, man? Facts. Also, I heard Rabbi Bivens faked the 12 tribes to get people in Hebrew. Is that true? He faked the 12 tribes to get people in Hebrew? What do you mean he faked it? That's what Chief Naphtali from One West said. I don't get you when you say that he faked the 12 tribes. Like he faked being the 12 tribes? Or part of the 12 tribes? I'm trying to see if I missed the question. Like he faked the chart and then people went with it. I don't want to sow confusion. I'm gonna text you. Yeah. I'm not familiar with what you're saying, but faked it. Oh Lord. So yeah, we don't want to, speak down on the elders, especially that Abba Bivens is somebody in the Bible. Shalom question. Have you ever wondered why some people believe I'll read it over here, that the native Indian tribe descended from Esau? Where does that ideology come from? Hatred. That's where it comes from. Hatred. I'm talking shit, but it is a form of hatred. Because they don't know who Esau is. It comes from confusion. Why they come to that conclusion, I don't know. I had somebody tell me when I was debating them, he said that Native Americans, they're white people. Because was it Native Americans or Mexicans? Yeah, Native American and white. No, Mexicans are white people. Which they all play this game. Mexican are white people because they were forcefully trying not to be banned. They were forcefully they were forced to lay down with somebody. That happened so much that it was all just like they died out. It was all just white people and then a mixture of Indians. What did that dude say? Oh, he said that the one dude said Mexicans, they're white people and Indian people together. That's a Mexican. And then what's crazy is that he denied that he was Mexican. He's like, I'm Indian. Mexicans are, that's from a Caucasian parent and an Indian parent. I said, okay. And then come to find out that he had Caucasian in his lineage. That would make it Mexican. And he's from California. But yeah, I haven't dealt with too many people who say that Indians are white people. They'll try to say that darker Indians are Israelites and the lighter Indians are not. Yeah, I got your text, Shane. Was that you? I have a habit of not saving numbers on my bad. I'm saving number right now. There are Edomites who claim to be us, but are not. That's why they claim they're. No. I mean, yeah, there are tribes who do speak Irish and German, because we're everywhere, but no. Gopherwood is only from Florida. Let's see. Where can we find gopher? Another for nutmeg. What countries have gopher? I mean, it says that China has similar species. Tennis, no. One, they're gonna have to prove, what the Ark of the Covenant was made of, and that it was the same wood that was in Florida. That's number one. Number two, the scriptures say that nobody was dwelling in the Americas as like actually inhabiting until the Northern Kingdom came around. It was really just the Eastern Hemisphere. The three continents: Asia, Africa, and Europe. Of course, Lily, all praises. Hopefully that you watched the whole video and you have an understanding of Ezekiel 38. Tuesday, again, announcement Tuesday will be, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Presentation about the Dead Sea Scrolls, a lot of information. Beautiful information. Now I gotta talk to the brother Rob. We're busy, so our schedule is really just, we're trying to find the times where he can make my channel look like his channel. His channel looks very professional. And I believe that it'll help me tremendously trying to figure out, because I'm not a tech dude. Okay. It takes me forever. Yep. So can you break down Deuteronomy 13, 6 through 11 for edification? And does that judgment apply today? Yes. Not yes, that applies today. So it speaks about us killing him. I'm gonna read it, but this is just the question that you would have to ask yourself. Breaking the Sabbath is worthy of death. So should we have killed you before you came in the truth, or you began to keep the Sabbath properly? Should you have been killed for doing that? Like, should that judgment of us stoning you, if there are righteous brothers around who are keeping the law, would it be righteous for us to stone you for breaking the Sabbath? That's a question that you have to ask yourself, right? This is why in Matthew 23, Christ spoke about the weightier matters of the law: judgment, of course, mercy, and faith, right? We're not in the time of executing judgments, right? We can't just up and just kill people, because this isn't a situation where we're living in our own community. Like, we have our government. We don't, we wouldn't be wise to kill somebody because they worship another god. We would literally have to kill all of our people. That's what we would have to do. We would have to kill every single one of our people. But Deuteronomy 13:6, it says, if your brother, the son of your mother, or thy son, thy daughter, of the wife of thy bosom, thy friend, which is as thine own soul, entice you secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which you have not known, nor your fathers, namely the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto you, or far off from you, or from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth, thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him. Neither shalt thou pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. So of course, when it comes time to judgment, cutting him, rebuking him, letting him know what he's doing wrong, don't spare him. No pity. You feel me? But you have to remember, we're under a time where we all were like this, right? We all serve. If you eat a moon pie, I've never had as far as my knowledge, right? I've never had a moon pie. You feel me? It's a Chinese little thing. It looks weird. It's a Chinese moon pie. We can't eat that. Nor fortune cookies. That we don't do all that, right? You're practicing idolatry when you do that. So we're not in a position just to up and kill somebody, because they've done this. That's not what we do, right? Plus, we have a Levitical system that we are lacking at the moment of, judges, right? We don't have a Levitical system. We don't have anything. So this is why we're trying our best to get our people out of that, because it's better if you rebuke them rather than kill them, because the angels don't rejoice because an Israelite died. There's not a party in heaven because an Israelite died and you killed an Israelite because he was trying to entice you to commit adultery. No, they rejoice, they celebrate, they get married, not married, but they're happy when we repent, when we turn back to the Heavenly Father, right? Boom. Plus, we're not in our kingdom. It's a beautiful question, right? It's an absolutely beautiful question. But yeah, this is all speaking about if somebody entices you to serve other God, that shall not consent nor heart. I just read that. But you shall surely kill him. Your hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. And thou shalt stone him with stones that he shall die, or that he die, because he has sought to thrust thee away from the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. Right? We're not, so. Is it acceptable to say my fortune cookie is my daily Bible verse on the app? No. Fortune cookie is dealing with fortune tellers. Fortune tellers are no. Right? Can you explain how the Hispanics are not Gadites too if they are from Native American descent? Well, Hispanic means that you belong to Spain or pertain to Spain. Spain only began to, there are some Gadites. Like I just met a Gadite woman first Friday, I believe like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe last week. I think it was last week. And she is a Gadite from northern Mexico, right? She speaks Spanish, she speaks her native language, and she speaks English. But being Hispanic means that you are pertaining to Spain. Spain didn't come attack Gadites. The Americans, the American white man attacked Gadites. So that's how I would do it. Little Debbie's? No, I'll show you. This is what I'm talking about. Not that. This is what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, you would have to look at it. I don't know. I don't really be eating sweets like that. But this is what I'm talking about. Or a moon cake. That's not moon pie, moon cake. This is what I'm talking about, because they're into worshiping, you know. Alizar just went into this. I think he touched on it, but that's dealing with the moon, right? So they, yeah, I pulled down. They're into all that. You feel me? So this is what we can't eat, right? A moon pie is different. I misspoke. It's a moon cake, not a moon pie. But this is all idolatry, right? So you eating it is you eating something that was sacrificed to the idol. No, right? We don't do that. So are like Aztecs and no. Again, your wordage, right? It was your wordage. I answered your question according to your wordplay, right? You said, can you explain how the Hispanics are not Gadites too, if they're from Native American descent? Where? The Northern Kingdom are not from Native American descent. Two different people. Not the Northern Kingdom. The people like Issachar, Simeon, Ephraim, Manasseh, Naphtali, Zebulon, Asher. These are our brothers and sisters. They're not descendants from Gad, right? They're not descendants from Native Americans. They're their own people. They would be native to the Americas because they lived here. But concerning, I was gifted moon pies as a thank you. I think all praises. But Aztecs and Mayans, Aztecs are Issacharites, Mayans are Zebulonites. I said that right? Yeah. Mayans are Zebulonites, Aztecs. Hold on. I always do this. When it comes time to Aztecs, not Aztecs, Mayans and Incas, I get them mixed up with Zebulon. Give me 1 second, sure. I just gotta look up one thing. Why is it doing this? No registration. Listen, Akon. Akon is cold. Okay, I was right. They're Zebulonites. Yeah, Mayans will be Zebulonites. Aztecs are Issacharites. Two different tribes. Gadites are Native Americans to the America, like Apache, Lakota, Autumn, which is out here, or Pima, Dene. I think Dene is Apache. Right, all those tribes, those all have to do with Native America or Gadites. Yeah, I ain't gonna hit it on the head. Right, all indigenous people are so-called Native Americans. All of Northern Kingdom are indigenous people. Yeah, I think it's your wordplay. Dene is Navajo. Okay. It was either Navajo or Apache. I mean, they are related. I mean, we're all the same people, but they're different tribes. You know, I'm related to a Haitian. I'm related to a Native American. I'm related to a Mexican. I'm related to all of that because we're the same people. That's how it is. Any other questions before we close out? I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm about to cook about. Watch this. Watch this. Natasha, what you think I'm gonna cook, my boy? What you think I'm gonna cook, man? I'm gonna cook something I've been addicted to. Israel is a speckled bird. I'm about to cook something that this nigga Natasha that got me hooked on. Natasha and a dying olive. Okay, forget him too. But yeah, I'm gonna cook some rice. Oof. Jerk salmon. Nah, I can't cook jerk salmon, bro. I'm cooking salmon, not jerk salmon, bro. I can't find it. Matter of fact, I'm finna look. See if I don't want to order it on Amazon because I don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know. I don't even know if they have it. Let's see what's called again. But I will definitely be cooking salmon. What's it called? Walker's Wood Paws. Oh, that thing can come in tomorrow? Mm. Ooh, and they got different flavors. Can you slide to Chicago? I could. That just costs money. I ain't gonna- We do got brothers out there though. Tazapanya, powerful brother out there in Chicago. So if you look up SICARRI Chicago, they out there deep. I'm saying that brother Tazapanya is sharp as hell. Um, would y'all know why I don't receive any notifications? I've checked all my settings. I don't know what the why. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know. I couldn't. I get notification. I got a notification. I get notification for Ariella, New Jersey, New York, Dago. I get notifications for all that. For Phoenix, I don't get notifications. Even even when I'm logged into my other YouTube, because I got like 4 YouTubes, even even not 4, 3, 4. Even when I log into them, it still don't even be popping. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I could see if it's on our end, if there's a setting that's in, SACARRI Phoenix where it doesn't allow notifications. I could try to check that. Um, I couldn't tell you. But Lily, I do go live Tuesday, Sunday, and Friday at the same time, 3 p.m. Pacific time. You are too bright, my nigga. Just make some salmon cakes and put jerk season on it and vanilla. In boiler. You mean in foil? Salmon cakes. I ain't found because I was watching. Yeah. Like I said, y'all, I'm planning on making a new YouTube because I feel like, Vegas is not in the algorithm no more. Not Vegas, Phoenix is not in the algorithm no more. So that's why it doesn't pop up. It still get views. It still gets a lot of views. Some we get thousands of views sometimes. But there's a period of time where nothing was being uploaded. Um, I think like a year and a half ago. So I feel like it kind of messed up the algorithm for the Phoenix. So that's been on my mind. I'm trying to get a new YouTube. I just don't know what to name it because I don't want to name it Phoenix SICARRI because I wanted to post not other camps, but when I go to Vegas, I wanted to post those videos on as well. But I still might use this one. But we do have a lot of subscribers on this one. But it's the same thing with other YouTube channels. Might have thousands of subscribers, but it's just not in the algorithm. Yeah, you shred up the salmon mix with the seasoning. A burger salmon cake? How do I know if you're being gluttonous? I'm skinny, but I can eat a bunch of food without being full. I think I have better time. Listen, eating a lot? Uh, I would say I eat a lot. Some days I be eating too much, and I'm just constantly eating. Uh, you know, you just. I mean, if you're hungry, eat. think there's nothing wrong. I mean, unless you're eating a whole bunch of, terrible food, like all you eat is candy or something. My big brother do that. And you just eat candy all the time. Bro, he fit as hell too. Very athletic. Salmon burger. Listen, I'm not fucking with y'all right now. Cause I ain't ate nothing all day. And y'all here talking about some salmon burgers. I'm not making it. I would like to make it, but I ain't trying to wait for all that. I'm about to just throw the salmon on that thing. But I will be making that in the future. I fried some salmon too. So I'm just trying to make sure I ain't miss no questions. Let's look at the word gluttony. Excessively greedy. Excessive in eating or drinking. Right? We have to understand excessive. I mean, brother, like, are you talking about the hell did this brother just say? Like, oh, that's the preconception. Smooth. Brother, if you're skinny, I wouldn't say that you're overstuffing yourself because you gain weight. You eat a lot. You just go through a lot. Like, bro, yesterday, was it yesterday? I don't know what day it was. I was eating. Yeah, it's like you're addicted to eating. Like, you get mad, you eat. You get sad, you eat. Anything you do, you eat. You feel me? If you're hungry, that's different, bro. You're just hungry. Maybe your body's growing. And also, it's breaking your fast before you run into a sin. If you made a vow to your house, which I don't, advise you to do, like fasting for 12 hours when you meant to fast for 24 hours. Chico, don't have a relationship with the food. Yeah, brother, you got my phone number, so you don't have to call me about the whole, gluttony thing. I don't need more information. I don't know what you mean, but I don't know if you're just eating a lot. Eating a lot is nothing. I eat a lot. I mean, if I had the money, boy, I'm eating all types of stuff. That doesn't make you, I need a new chair. God damn, this thing's nuts. That doesn't mean, you're sinning because you eat. Listen, brother Zarok out here, he knows the food hacks. I will always listen to him when he talking about food hacks, bro. He knows how to eat. Like, the brother knows a lot of food hacks. You feel me? Pause. Yeah, shouts out to that brother. Dropping gems on YouTube. But if you're fasting for 24 hours, say, boom, I want to fast until, even next day. And then you end up eating. Is there a sin where it says thou shalt not break your fast? No. There's not a law that says that. Now, if you vow and you make a promise to God, we're talking about something completely different. You feel me? That's what we don't want to do. That's why Christ told us, like, listen, don't be making vows because you're subject to break them. So just don't make a vow. Right? If you're gonna make a vow, make like a Nazarite vow, but even then, if you break it, you're fucking up. You feel me? But no. I mean, I would question yourself, you feel me? And say, why am I not capable of doing this fast for 24 hours? Figure out where that stems from and figure out how you can grow in that and try to do better. Sometimes brothers do break out, they damn, there's so many like sayings that you could say, but you can't say it no more because it's possible. I can't even say that. Can't even say bite off more than you can chew. Come on, Shalom, King Kachilla. Shalom. Y'all we about to close out right now anyways. But just make that fast for 12 hours and then work on it and then continue to fast. Because I was fasting today, but my dad got Popeyes and I folded. Oh, brother, yeah, you tripping. I ain't okay. Yeah, you tripping my boy. Yeah, you tripping over Popeyes is crazy. Yeah, no. That goes into your integrity, into your discipline. That goes into your belief and how you know if you believe you can do it or not. That goes into you staying in the spirit, like the brother said. Spirit versus the flesh, something we all got to work on. Yeah, you in the flesh, my way. You seen that dry ass biscuit and was like, yeah, I think I want that. Um, but no, it's not a harsh rebuke. It's just next time do better. You feel me? A just man falls 7 times, but he gets back up. But no, man, fast. But here's what you have to understand: when you fast, bro, it's something that you're dedicating to Yahweh, right? So take it seriously, right? It's not a joke. It's not a game. We fast for a reason. We fast for a purpose. But with that fasting, if we know not the biscuit, Brick, if we know that, why does my face look like that? Is it this light? That make me look pale as hell. If we know that we're taking this time to dedicate it to Yahweh, and we're trying to show Yahweh how much we love Him and how much we're willing to afflict our soul for Him, the devil gonna come around and try to get you to break what you're supposed to be doing. Right? You having a fast. Your fast is to not eat anything. It's his job to come around with your dad and say, "Hey, does that mean your dad is the devil?" No, but there is a temptation that was presented to you while you're fasting, and that was Popeyes. Your pops brought you Popeyes. He said, "Listen, you want some?" That was your temptation. You folded. Don't fold no more, bro. The great tempter. Right? Sirach 2:1 says, "If thou come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation." Right? So with that, we are here for 2.5 hours, all praises. I'm gonna try to get a time slot where I can go for like 4 hours. Do like, just 2 lessons or some shit. But stay tuned for Tuesday. Again, the Dead Sea Scrolls. I think y'all gonna like it. I hope y'all like it. I'm gonna shop for that seasoning. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna shop for the seasoning. See if I can get that in a new chair, bro. I'm so sick of this chair. And when I get this new chair, I'm stunning on all y'all. But just playing. I'm just playing. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Marinate, boom, smooth. I appreciate y'all tuning in, commenting. When y'all comment, it really pushes the video in the algorithm. At one point, we was at 17 people in the class. That's a lot to me. You feel me? Ariella had 80. I was like, damn, 80 people. GP having hundreds, thousands. You feel me? But the 17 that are around, I appreciate y'all. Y'all my day ones, man. I love y'all. How about that, man? How about that, I should say. But yeah, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. If you missed it, go ahead and rewind it. We went into Ezekiel 38, the God breakdown. Stay tuned for Tuesday, the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm gonna see if I can find a debate for Friday. I did have somebody who wanted to talk about the creation story. But he wanted to do it today at this time. I wasn't pushing this breakdown back. You feel me? I promoted this breakdown. Y'all was waiting for it. I can't push that back. But yeah, maybe on Friday I'll have a debate for y'all. That way we can get some entertainment going on. I might bring George back on, but I'll debate on Instagram. Yeah, man. Pray for each other. Pray for the nation. Pray that Yahweh shall come soon. In the name of His Father, our Father, Yahweh. Pray that Putin stop being a little punk and push the button. You feel me? And again, go follow Dawad Yashra Allah on Instagram for all the updates of the wars, all that. Right? The brother is on it. He makes our job a lot easier. We can get the same edification, but we just don't have to do none of the research, right? I would advise y'all to do more research, but he makes it easy. That way you have all the updates of what's going on in the earth. Right? He was the first person to say, Israel got bombed, right? The Wad Yasha Allah. Yeah, man, subscribe to the YouTube Vegas Phoenix, Natasha, Mr. Big Con, right? Pop on Instagram. He be promoting a lot of videos, right? Of course, SICARRI San Diego, SICARRI Atlanta, SICARRI Miami, right? I'm out here in Miami. Check his name. I will show his Instagram. If it loads. Right, boom. Brother right here. Wad Yasha Allah. All right, make sure y'all go follow him. Yeah. But with that, I do want to say call Allah Yahweh Ba Shimon Mashiach Yahushua. It's all praise to the Most High. Sleeper cell 144. You late, my boy. You late, my boy. We don't went into a whole prophecy, some other information, all types of stuff, man. But Shalom, King. Put your seat. Make sure that you rewatch the video, and of course, stay tuned for Tuesday, the Dead Sea Scrolls. A lot of information going on, concerning the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? So, oh, my bad, my bad. All praise, right? Shalom to the brother. But with that, I want to say, call Allah Yahweh Ba Shema Mashiach Yahushua. It's all praise to the Most High in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world in the called Jesus Christ. Kwam Yahshua, and y'all stay safe out there, man. Abaddon.